Region Minute.
A restaurant, cafe, and bars in Unionville, and our friend Michael McIsaac is making my absolute fave, rack of lamb. You're a good man. You're a good man.
He's been talking about this rack of lamb all week. He's just been really excited for it.
Because for me, Mike, it's one of those things that I would never, ever do at home, but you're going to show me how to do it real simply, right?
Definitely. It's
okay,
very easy
what
to
we
do. Okay, first we're going to start off with the lamb. So we'll bring this
Okay.
over here. I've already Frenched the bones, and that's basically just taking the sinew off the bone.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So let's start with this right here.
Just roll up the fancy suit.
Roll up the sleeves and get ready to get a little bit dirty.
That's
so we
all
have
right.
some oil here, if you want to oil that up for me.
Okay.
On both sides.
Just doesn't matter how much. Just
A little bit.
A little
and
bit
then
more.
just kind of squeeze it around and just rub it in. You got some salt and pepper over there. Just sprinkle it on and then rub that in.
Salt and pepper right here.
Yeah.
All right.
So now how particular we're going to do this? We're going to pan sear it, this guy?
Yeah, you're going to pan sear it, and
This
basically
guy.
what that does is it's going to seal in the juice.
My soon-to-be lunch?
Because if you
Yeah,
just threw this
exactly.
lamb straight into the oven, all
Right.
the juice and blood will dribble out, and you won't have the flavor and the tenderness of the lamb.
Oh, okay, so we're going to sear it to keep it
Okay,
all
it's
inside
seasoned.
there.
Exactly.
All right, she's
so
seasoned?
place her in the pan.
Okay.
Nice
how
hot
hot
pan.
Is it's very hot. Okay.
Very hot. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. So then you need some tongs for yourself.
Okay. My hands are pretty oily.
You're the top thing there, Jack.
Oh, perfect.
We'll just let that sear for a minute, actually.
Okay.
And then maybe we can cut some potatoes in the meantime.
Okay.
Okay. So we use a paring knife here, and just cut the potatoes in half, and then we'll
Just
cook
right in
them
half,
in the salted
Just like that?
water. Yeah, just in half like that.
So now my question is, again, my Italian's lousy. Il postino means the postman, right?
That's correct.
So
Okay,
you
why-
were right yesterday.
Yeah, I was right. But why are we
Hey.
calling a restaurant the postman? Wouldn't it be better to call it the restaurant?
Well, it would be, but Il
Oh, that's
Postino used to
original.
be a post office before
okay.
it was Il Postino. We've been open for about 8 years now, so at that time it was a post office.
Now, what do we got on the menu? Are you going to assume most of the Italian stuff or everything with a little bit of Italian flavor?
It's mainly Italian, a lot of traditional, and it's also a little bit of fusion in there as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So we play with different,
Alright.
it's a little bit of French, a little bit of Italian, but mainly Italian, and we try and stay as traditional as possible, being an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be,
course.
So
yeah, it's tough to be Il postino and have French stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
So-
and now you guys are in Unionville, whereabouts?
We're right on Main Street.
Okay.
Just off Highway 7, Main Street, Unionville. And it's right about in the center. We've got a great patio. You can't miss it. One of the busiest spots on the street. And
go there.
Fantastic, great
Definitely.
Smells
location.
really good.
very
That's
nice.
fantastic. So those potatoes got to go in?
Yes, they do.
Oh, with the
So you can just
the
plop them in
rack?
water. Try not to
Nope.
splash them too hard.
the
Or
water. Okay.
See, now, see, they
Okay.
just get
This
this.
must
This
be
could be
softly.
dangerous.
Careful.
There you go.
See, that's the thing is, chefs have those chef hands. You got like calloused hands. You can pick up
Exactly.
pots
After a
and stuff
while,
like that.
I
Yeah.
have
doesn't,
nice and
doesn't
delicate
affect you
hands.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then we're
exactly.
going to take our lamb.
He's pan seared, okay?
Yeah, and then we have a little bit Dijon mustard over there.
Oh,
So just put a little bit on the lamb itself.
just
And
right
just,
on.
Yeah, and just spread it all around on all sides, on the
Do you want a
sides
thin
and the
layer,
back.
thick layer?
Your choice.
Okay.
Knock yourself out, Jax. So now I should.
Dijon it up.
I decide again. I'm just far too lazy to make lamb myself, and I never do, because I'm lazy. I decide I want to come
Okay.
in and check you guys out. Should I maybe making a reservation ahead of time?
It's always good to make a reservation, but we always take customers.
Beautiful.
It's ready to go. Both sides? or
Yeah,
just one
both
side?
sides
Oh, okay.
all around, and then we're going to sprinkle some fresh herbs on it, basically rosemary and thyme that we grow ourselves. And
Oh, really?
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
See, now it's fresh, because all our chefs always insist on fresh stuff, but
Yeah.
when you're
It has to
actually
be
growing
fresh.
it in the place, that's fresh.
Well, it's outside of the place, but
Okay, we're ready to go.
Then you have some herbs over there. Just sprinkle them
Which
all
ones?
around.
These?
These ones right
These
here.
ones right here.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank goodness you're here because just like that.
Fantastic.
On
Yeah.
both sides, of course.
That's right.
All right. And now what do we
I
do?
love this. I get to
Put
eat
it in-
lamb, and Jack's going to spend the whole day making lamb. That is fantastic.
Hey.
So we're going to continue up when we come back.
Put it
We'll
back in
finish
the pan?
off
Yeah,
our
in the pan.
pan-seared rack of lamb. We're talking, of course, with Michael McIsaac from Il Postino in Unionville. Man, that smells good. So now what do we got to do next? Now we're
So
going
then we're going to finish it by putting it in the oven.
Okay.
Okay, so in there it goes. And it's going to take about 15 minutes.
wonder what
15
potatoes
minutes at... Potatoes take about, I'd say about 7-8 minutes in boiling
Okay.
water.
Trick to potatoes is you just take one out and eat it. If it tastes good, it's done.
Pretty much. I
And
mean,
if
you can
it's
use a knife and just chop it. If it falls apart, then you're good to go.
Oh, is that it?
Time we're here with Michael McIsaac from Il Postino, which means the postman. You learn something new every day.
We got to
So,
do... Sorry.
So our next step,
We're
we
interrupting
have
each
to Our potatoes are roasting in the oven, and we have our lamb that is now finished, and we have to let it rest so that the juices will set into the meat. And now we're going
Didn't know you
to
had to do that.
saute some. You want to do it?
Sure. We need a
All
little bit of oil in our pan.
Yeah.
Yep.
You pass the
Allow
oil.
me.
Hit me up. Good.
Is that enough? A little
Yeah,
more?
that's good.
Okay.
Yellow and red peppers
Just throw them in there.
and green beans and
Green beans and turnips, which have been,
Turnips.
yes, which have been cooked in turmeric, so that's when you get the yellow color from it. It just looks a little
In what?
in turmeric.
What's that?
Turmeric's it's an East Indian spice used in curry and whatnot.
Okay.
And it's got a nice mild, pungent flavor, sort of, and just a little bit of salt and pepper in
So
there.
those are some good tasting veggies then.
Yeah, we change them up all the time. Different seasonal vegetables.
go with whatever's
Fresh,
fresh.
of course.
Exactly.
Yes.
Cool.
Exactly.
So what do we got now? These guys are going. The lamb's underway.
Yeah, so our lamb we can put off to the side. And then what I'm going to do is we have our sauce here, which is a rosemary jus. And this is a base of demi-glace.
Okay.
So
Okay.
our demi-glace is basically veal bones roasted in the oven with vegetables, tomato paste. And then it's cooked for 48 hours in liquid with peppercorns and bay leaves. We reduce it by half.
Bailey's.
Yeah, bay leaves.
Bailey's is
Bailey's
a whole
Irish cream.
different
What?
recipe.
That's
So
going to be
just-
some sweet demi-glaze.
Pour this in here. And we'll bring this to a boil and pour this on top of our lamb.
Simple as
Wow.
that. Let's give these guys.
It's
There
a
you go.
very
You wanna
thin
bring this up?
sauce.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I haven't
Like
got those chef.
it's not like a gravy that you're pouring on the meat. It's just the
No,
taste.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
It should be a thin sauce. I mean, you get the texture from it from the marrow inside the bone, and that's what gives you your gelatinous.
It sure does smell good.
And that's about that. So I guess we
Okay.
can.
That guy's going.
This
We
is
got
ready, so we can pretty much get ready to plate it up.
Perfect. Let's throw them on.
Plate it up. And
So-
presentation is very important as well.
Presentation is the most
The
important
key?
for sure. I mean, it's you have your flavor and then you have your presentation. I mean,
Exactly. It
your
just
eyes.
complements the meal when you're
Exactly.
finally finished and you have the meal on
Because
your
the idea is to
plate.
cover all the senses, right? You know,
Exactly.
it looks good, it smells good, it tastes good. All the senses are being tantalized by what we've got.
Exactly.
Okay, so those potatoes are going on.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I have a mold here. It's just a fancy
Okay.
way of doing it. So we're going to throw the potatoes in the mold.
Wow.
I toss the potatoes in rosemary, thyme, and Parmesan cheese after it is finished cooking.
Okay.
So just like so.
And you're gonna make
Put
them like
this over
Play-Doh?
here.
This?
Thanks.
Squish them through?
Yeah, and then squish them, and then
Really?
gives us a little
Squish them.
squish them up.
Wow.
I've
Just
never
like
seen
so.
that in my
Neither
life.
have I. I guess they have to be a little soft to do that.
They have to be fully cooked,
Okay.
definitely.
So no crunchy
So we take
potatoes.
this out, we pull it up, and then you have your little
Oh my
mold.
God.
That is so cool. I know I'm a simple man, but I'm impressed by the mold,
So
potato
am I.
mold. Yeah.
So am I.
That's fine dining, pretty much.
So again, it's all those little things, you know, when you get out and you have those experiences. Did you like that flipping?
That's not bad.
See that? Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't done it before. So then you just kind of arrange your vegetables any way you
Oh,
wish.
beautiful. The colors are really nice. You know, you wouldn't want to have some vegetables that are just one color.
No.
So-
yeah, definitely color is good, and veg is important too. I mean,
Yes.
people are, especially nowadays, are into vegetables and healthier eating, so they want to make sure that they have really good stuff.
Exactly.
Give this little bad boy a stir, and then I'm going to cut up my lamb.
Okay.
So just squeeze over here.
Here, get me in there.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, see,
How
just
often do I get to do this?
I don't
There
like
you
her
go.
being given
So what
big,
you do
large
is
weapons.
take your tongs, hold it like that.
You don't trust
So-
me with a knife? Okay.
And then just kind of cut in between the bone. There you
oh,
go.
manpower. I mean,
There it
girl
is.
power.
Nice. So it's
Okay,
all
so-
fantastic. This is our pan-seared rack of lamb, fresh veggies, potatoes in a mold, which I think is so spectacular.
Oh.
My kids got Play-Doh molds at home. I'm going to try some new stuff. I'm going to do like the little stars and then the little triangles when I get home. It's Il Postino Restaurant, Cafe, and Bar. If you want to check things out, Michael McIsaac is our chef, and thank you
guys
so
can
much.
Start arranging this.
Check out
later.
Il Postino in Unionville. Tons of fantastic stuff. Let's get into this as soon as we can, man.
Okay, it's ready.
We got a fork sitting
Pour some
around.
sauce
So-
on it.
We'll arrange it in such a way.
So now when you get home, you're throwing together a meal. Is this the kind of
Is
stuff
this
you
what
throw
you
together,
make?
Mike?
Often, yes.
Yeah.
Especially on the
Really?
days off. I mean, I grow herbs in my garden, so I'll make a point to.
With a demi-glaze on it from our friends at Il
Oh, wow.
Postino in Unionville. You like that? The
Demi-glaze. You
Demi-glace?
sound like you know what you're talking
No,
about.
actually, they just wrote it down for me and I just read it. But man, I can't believe it's way
Michael
over there.
McIsaac made that for us. We are so lucky. from Il Postino. The
Always love it
postman.
when the chefs come in, especially when they're making lamb. Gosh, that's good. We've also got, as we just heard, the first clue of a big contest, a $5,000 family makeover from Rogers Television in Upper Canada Mall. As you heard, the rules are simple. All you have to do is watch Daytime and First Local. You watch us from now until October 15th, and we'll be giving away
Collect the
clues.
4 clues. We don't know when they're going to air, though, because it's a surprise to us as well.
Exactly.